we hatch from an egg. They're called quail. We order eggs. They're really little eggs. That's about the size of a quail egg, and that's about the size of an egg you eat. So they're really little. And we put them in, it's called an incubator. And it, you know, it's kind of like, it reproduces a mom, like a mom bird sitting on the eggs to keep it warm and kind of turns them so they hatch. That's what an incubator does, is you have to keep it at a certain temperature. I think it's like 99 degrees or something. And then it slowly turns them just like mother would. And then after 23 days, they will start to hatch. And then after a bunch of them hatch, we put them in these Tupperware bin things, and then we'll put them in there for a couple weeks, and then once they get big, we build a cage out of chicken wire, just like a fence, like you guys know like the metal fences that have all the bunch of holes in them. It's just like that, so that they can breathe and everything. And then after 6 to 8 weeks, we'll go let them go out in the wild so they can live in the wild.
So when they're 6 or 8 weeks old, they're adults. Raise your hand if you know how old you would be to be an adult. I'm going to ask you how old.
94.
94. Well, that's a good answer. But usually around 18 years old, 18, 20 years old, you're an adult. They're an adult at 6 weeks old, and then they have to go out and live on their own.
If you're 6 weeks old, are just starting to eat.
Yeah, you're drinking milk. That's all I get from a bottle. You don't have any teeth or anything like that. So.
And these guys, chicks are 2 days old, so they hatched 2 days ago, and they're already eating and drinking everything that you give them, pretty much.
When they're in the wild, they like to eat insects and grass. Those are their favorite things to eat. I don't want any insects in my house. And so we feed them special grain that has all of the vitamins that they need in it, just like as if it was insects. So like you guys eat your fruits and vegetables every day, so you get all your vitamins. I know all of you eat your fruits and vegetables every day, right? Yeah.
Insects are like,
For lunch.
yeah.
A lot.
Insects are like these birds' fruits and vegetables.
Yeah, and then we also give them lettuce, because I don't grow grass in my basement, so I don't have any grass to give them really.
So we give them lettuce.
And that gives them all the vitamins that they need.
And the grain, you guys know like bird food that you put in a bird feeder? The grain's just kind of like that. It's just a little different. It just gives them a bunch of nutrients and all the healthy stuff that you need.
And when they're full grown, they're about 8 to 10 ounces. Let's see, have any of you ever held, raise your hand if you've held a full can of pop before? Almost everybody.
That's about how heavy these quail are when they're full grown. You guys are a lot heavier than a can of pop.
You're bigger than that when you're born as little babies. Does anybody have any questions? Raise your hand if you have a question. You have a question? Yeah? Right back there?
Well, one time when at my neighbor's, we caught like a baby bird and we kind of did the same thing.
You did.
Oh, cool. It's a lot of
That's
fun.
pretty neat.
You got, yeah?
Where do you keep them?
We keep them in our basement, and we just keep them in a container like this, and we have a special light, it's called a heat lamp, and it keeps the container 100 degrees so that the quail are warm enough to survive.
I had a chicks for a pet one time, and it was at the Philippines.
That's pretty neat.
Remember, a question is something we want to know about what they know. Remember, try to ask a question.
One time my dad got one of those eggs, we gotta keep the bird as long as we want.
No, we have one more question and
Do
then
you
we
have
can
a
see.
name them?
It's hard to name them.
That's a good question.
I have tried that before, and if you name one, like I named one Bob, I think, and then it ran into a big group of them, and then I never knew which one it was
Looks like we
again.
have about 25 bobs in
Yeah.
How many, do you know how many you hatched out?
It's kind of hard to guess, because I mean, you put in the incubator like 80 or 90 of them, and then only a certain number of those hatch, and then some of those die, and then when you put them in here, it's hard to count them if they run around.
here. Typically, you have about a 30 to 40% survival rate from a. How about if we take turns with each table coming up and
looking at them.
looking at them, okay?
Just
And
start yellow table, do you wanna walk, make the line nice?
And come up and just kneel down right around the chicks.
if you have any questions while you're looking at them, you can ask, okay?
They kind of look like baby ducks.
Like they said, you could kneel around the edge, some people want to get a little.
You can kneel around the edge, yeah. They're in a big group when they're in here because a big group of quail is called a covey. And they do that to help keep each other warm and to keep each other safe. Because you guys are a lot bigger than they are, so they're a little bit scared.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Lauren, back to your table, honey. It's time for the other group.
Look at what birds Whoa! How much are in there? Oh my god!
20 or 25.
All right. Thank you very much.
Well, guys, what do you say?